It's fun to hang on to this stuff because you know it. I don't have a clue about it.
Yeah, but you played with these tapes before. Here, we can turn this around.
So this is a typewriter. I don't know why you're keeping this.
Because
When the apocalypse comes, you'll have a typewriter.
No, I kept that because that was the first typewriter, well, the second one we had in our office when we started the business. But when you saw it, you didn't have a clue what it was, and it kept you busy playing with it for a week.
Well, maybe I
And
should.
you were probably 10.
Maybe I take it home and give it to my son and let him play with it.
Yeah, he'll probably wreck it, but that's fine.
Okay, it's fun to have all
This
this old stuff.
We should throw this away.
What? I don't even know what they are.
It's
I think this is, you kept this so that you could set the tape
turn
on
it
it.
over. No, it goes this way. Okay. Hey.
No, this is cool.
This was the latest technology when I started.
Oh, look at you've got I'm taking this typewriter home for Amos. Look.
Oh yeah, you know what this is? This is correct. You know whiteout?
Yeah.
This is whiteout built in the typewriter.
That must have been an advanced, like, expensive feature to have
This
whiteout.
changes the font.
And that is the ink.
Oh wait, that's the ink. Yeah, this is all for this. Yeah, look
Oh,
at
it's
that.
a full keyboard.
Yeah, that's a modern typewriter. The first one I had, Selway gave me was little IBM something with a little round ball. Instead, this has these discs, but this is a different kind of font, different letter.
Well, if you don't want to keep it, I'm gonna take it and see if we can wreck it.
No, I should get you the original computer I used to start this company with. Let me go get it.
Okay, yeah, I want to see this. Yeah.
Handheld computer I started the company with. This is a Hewlett Packard, and at the time they called them palm tops. And so this was a computer. Here, I can even turn it on.
No
Still
way.
works. Yeah, you can put it in the palm of your hand. I put the stuff in there for this time. Anyhow, yeah. So it was a palm top. It has a HP calculator, a fancy engineering calculator built in. It also has a spreadsheet called Lotus 123, which is the original designer of spreadsheets, not Microsoft. Lotus 123. And it also has contacts, and it has a calendar. Where's the calendar here?
Were you using this?
I scheduled with this.
You scheduled with it.
Yeah.
Different service techs.
Different service tech.
And so versus paper, you could do it
yeah.
on the calendar.
I don't know where.
Well,
Oh,
I
here.
doesn't.
Look at this.
Does it go to 2025?
No, I put in 1992 on it.
So you were pretty sure the world was going to end.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of this part.
There.
Look at this.
Oh,
it
yeah.
even has a little apps. So
It's not touchscreen, is it?
no, sorry, it wasn't that. You have to hit the. Actually, you have to hit this. You can go up and down with it. Like, see, crossed here.
Does it have solitaire?
Oh, it has some game. There's Lotus 123. I'm looking for the calendar. You know, it had note taker,
Look at that.
mail, email. It did email.
How did it do email?
I don't know. There it is. Mail, some kind of mail. I don't remember. It doesn't have. It had a port here that you could hook into the computer, and this was some infrared port. I don't remember about it, but it also has
Oh, look at
flash
that.
RAM memory.
4
It's pretty high.
megabytes.
This was high tech when I bought it. I paid a lot of money for this. I don't remember what I even paid for it on. Paid for it, but it does have a calendar. I just can't find it anymore because
see.
it's probably this one over here.
Yeah, appointments.
Yeah, so you use the cursors.
Yeah. Look
Yeah,
at
so you
that.
can't throw this one away. When I'm dead, you got to keep it here.
Okay. Look at this.
Here's the manual. Copyright
I'm just going to pull up
1994.
my supercomputer here.
I know. It's a little bit more than that. But hey, this was pretty good. You could carry it in your pocket. Took 2 AA batteries.
Wow. Yeah, I hope you didn't squish it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You whip it out and you put in your schedule and all your contacts, you know, and the phone numbers and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So it even had Quicken, which is the predecessor to QuickBooks.
Wow.
Quicken was a financial, you know, personal financial thing. I don't. Maybe they still have it. I don't know.
Did you
But you
use
can
this in conjunction with a desktop computer, or was it only this?
No, I didn't have it synced together. I used this for scheduling and people's phone numbers and stuff, and whipped out my flip phone and called somebody.
Yeah.
I had it. This was over at the other office. I don't think I had this when I was here, because this is '94.
Yeah, no, that's really old.
This was Adrian was born 2001.
Yeah,
so we moved in here in 2001. But no, I used this for scheduling and contact information, phone numbers. I think I had another one, but I don't know what happened to it. A newer one that was a little more modern shaped, and it would do internet.
Okay.
It actually
Had a web browser on it.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I think I had to plug an Ethernet cable into it. I don't think there was any Wi-Fi at the time. But this is the first one. So, yeah, and this is when they came with books.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, nothing comes with books anymore.
So this, where's the tape? Oh, in here. This one will work. I used to be able to read all these little holes, but I can't anymore. I think one hole in number 7 or something is the end of block command. But yeah, this has been a long time ago. This is 70s technology.
So that
I started working on machine tools in 1974.
nothing there.
So this will read it. If you
Will this punch it too?
Yeah, it'll punch it right here, and there's a reader. Oh, the reader's right here. So you put this in here, and you let this thing it sits in here like this, right there, and you push, oops.
So that could read a tape and it would output to a teletype machine?
No, go right to RS-232 into the
RS-232.
machine. See the baud rate? Fast, huh? 300.
But how would you...
So this actually would, there should be a serial port right here.
Yeah.
There's a serial port on the back, so you could plug it into the machine, and then you could download it and it would punch the tape out. Or if you wanted to copy it, like this got a tear in it or something, or you wanted to read this. The last time we used this is probably, was 25, maybe 15, 20 years, at least 15 years ago. Somebody sent me this tape and they needed all this data on a USB drive. So we hooked it up to the computer right here. So that's the cable.
Yeah.
We hooked it up serial.
Serial.
Yeah, see? So this goes in here. That goes into your serial port on your computer. And then you put it in here and you hit read and it goes and it goes all the data. I think this is a parameter tape. Some tapes, is this all the tapes we have?
Got a few more here.
Some tapes actually can make what they call man-readable holes, and the holes would be punched in a way that you could actually read what it would say, the program number or whatever on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this brings back a lot of memories. I was younger than you now.
I think this is all the tape we have, unless there's...
What's in that box?
No, that's something else. This is just... Oh yeah, here's more of it.
Yeah, I think these are parameters for somebody's machine. I think is what these are.
So the old machine ran off a tape, and it would execute the program that somebody
It had buffer memory, so it would read like 3 or 4 blocks and have it in the memory, and it would start doing it, and then it would read 3 or more. And this, you could, especially with this right here,
Yeah.
you could see in the movies it would go, and then it'd wait a little bit, and then this one goes right in here.
What machine do you think this came out of? Do you remember you scratched it out of a machine?
Well, it's a FANUC control. I don't know. It could have came out of a Matsuura. Those are the tensioners. Yeah, you never saw reel-to-reel movies either. Anyhow, this would keep it, and these things would go back and forth. If this didn't... here's the thing. As the tape gets bigger on the spool, more tape comes through faster, right? So this had to keep the tension on each side even enough so it stayed tight as the tape went through here. This one's got stuff on it too.
I vaguely remember that job where there was an old Toshiba machine, and possibly the only way to get the parameters was to read them off a tape and then punch them in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The old Fanuc control. Some of them you could do it by hand too. But so when you had it like this, you see that's what this groove is for. And then you put this in here.
And it would just read it and punch
Yeah.
it out.
It would pull. Yeah, it would read it. It actually goes this way. And it goes right here in that little sprocket hole. And this tape here, this one doesn't have a sprocket. It has what's called a capstan drive. See this little motor right here?
Uh-huh.
So the tape would be in here like this. Go.
Does the motor lift up?
No, it goes like that. And I don't remember. Maybe, no, that's let's see the little ledge. And then you go down like this. And then it reads it back and forth through here. Just like that. Punches those holes. This was, I think this tape system was after they used punch cards. The first computer programmers and stuff that I saw it looked like, you know what the airline ticket the boarding pass looks like? It was a card about that size with a bunch of square holes punched in it for a computer program to load it in the computer. Because that's what I did in college. The first time I played with the computer. But yeah, this thing would and then the reels, the good part on the reels were that you had a big long tape. It would wind up on here, and then when it got to the end and it read a M30, which is end of program, it would automatically rewind it all the way back to the other end.
Okay.
And then when it read the last code on here, whatever it was, I think like end of block or something, it would stop, and then it would run it again. So, whereas the machines that you and somebody was on, you called me about that nylon belt.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that nylon belt was so you could pick the tape up when it all fell in the bottom.
Because it didn't have a second it wasn't a
There
reel.
was no reels.
It was
You
just,
can't get it out that way.
you would just take the tape and drop it in there.
It had so the tape, they made a splice. So this tape at each end,
Mm-hmm.
you have a little tool, actually, a little thing. You put it in like this, and you cut the end on both. And then it had a piece of
It
tape.
looks like this, look. See, is that angle normal? Like,
What
see how
hand?
this...
Oh yeah,
angle
well that's when you rip it off of here. See,
Oh,
when you
okay.
rip it off of there, it rips it off, and so the front end that comes off is pointed, and the back end has this on it. But you had a little piece of tape. It's kind of like a Band-Aid, and it had every hole punched in it. So that way, if this tape tore, you could put that piece over it and line up all the holes, and then it would fix a broken tape.
Okay.
It would splice it. So anyhow, you would splice your tape together. It would be one big loop, and it would go around and drop in that pocket, and then it would come back up and go through the reader and come back down.
How reliable were the machines in the 70s and the 80s?
They're pretty good. I remember they just were hard to repair, but they were fairly reliable. The problems were similar to the problems we have now. Switches, coolant gets in things. The electronics was just a lot harder to repair. We don't have those boards anymore, but you come out there, you'd have to come out with, look, you should pull that Grunge book out. This machine, this might have, does this have a date? Yeah, this is, this puncher.
Oh, this is General Numeric.
Yeah, yeah. That's the original drawing, electrical drawings, but this is board by board.
Board by board.
What model is this?
Circuit diagrams for
5T.
General Numeric. 5T.
Yeah. Yeah, it had two big boards. And this is all the components and everything. See, you have the AND gates, or you know, the
Yeah.
gates and everything in here.
Look at that. Yeah, those are inverting
Yeah.
and the switches.